Welcome in The Hague. My name is Koen van Viegen and I'm a structural engineer at Royal HaskoningDHV. I've studied civil engineering at the TU Delft and I've been working at Royal HaskoningDHV for 2 years now. With this video message I'm applying to the RHDHV Hack-a-thon Team. First I'm gonna tell you something about what drives me in working on digital innovations. Then I'm gonna give some examples about projects that I worked on. And finally I will give my personal ambition for the RHDHV Hack-a-thon Team. Most of my time I worked on the earthquake project in Groningen. For this project we had to assess hundreds of buildings on their earthquake resistancy. This is a lot of repetitive work and was the greatest trigger for me to start working on digital innovations. I don't like doing the same task twice, so I immediately start automizing it. And I get a great kick when a process goes a lot faster than it used to.
The first thing we did was setting up a work system. We created a set of rules that we call the Constitution for Python. It is a list of conventions that everybody who writes a script must follow. It helps us to create a uniform way of scripting. For every script there must be a flowchart. This makes it a lot easier to design and optimize the script. It also helps when later on in the project the script needs to be adapted. We applied the 4I principle to ensure the quality of the scripts. After we created this system, the entire workflow of the design process was considered. The parts in red were the parts that were most feasible to be automated, and that's what we started with. One of the scripts I worked on myself is the soil block script. You can see part of this script on the screen. Modeling the soil in Diana takes a lot of time, and if you do it by hand it will take you about 2 full days. With this script you still need to put in some parameters, but the whole process is reduced to less than half an hour. Let me give you a quick demonstration of how this works. First you have to fill in the parameters. After this you can load the script into the Diana model. And as you see, after a few seconds you have a complete soil block. Later on in the process all these scripts were transferred into functions so they could be easier combined.
For that same project in Groningen I've created a database that contains all the characteristics of all the objects that have been analyzed by VIA. It also contains all the results, and the results are the measures that are needed to make an object earthquake resistant.
With R, I performed data analysis to find correlations between objects' characteristics and the outcomes. The goal is to use the data to create an algorithm that can determine measures without performing a structural calculation.
Outside of VIA, I'm also leading a parametric design group for the Advanced Design and Engineering group. With this group we research the possibilities of parametric designs. We help project groups with their own parametric design challenges, and we develop small applications that help us link various software packages together. I would like to state my 3 personal goals for the RHDHV Hack-a-thon Team. The first thing is I want to write a constitution for Royal HaskoningDHV with a bunch of conventions for various scripting and programming languages, same way I did for the earthquake project in Groningen. Next to that, I want to optimize various engineering processes that are currently going on within our departments. I believe that we can, for some of these processes, reduce the time up to 90%. And finally, my third goal is, with this VIA database as a starting point, is to introduce machine learning into the world of engineering. I believe that if we collect all the data from all the projects that we are now working on and we put mathematical models to it, over time we will be able to create an artificially intelligent engineer, basically an engineer inside a computer. I hope you will add me to the Hack-a-thon team. I'm looking forward to making a great contribution to our company's future.